Alright, I'm gonna get right to it. We are in the Ford section of the Littleton U-Pole yard because I need a window switch for my Fiesta, which has led me to this Fiesta. But unfortunately, it seems like these window switches are a hot commodity because it's missing it here. And we go up front. Put my glove on first though. Safety first, going through the junkyard. You don't know who's been touching these things. If we go up here, and also missing a window switch. Now, this is here, but it's actually the wrong switch, oddly enough. So somebody else was also on the hunt for these. We go around the other side. Well, shit. So, the search continues for another window switch. Luckily for me, Ford used this switch in a lot of different cars, so between everything here, we should be able to find something, right? Alright, here we go. Another Fiesta. This one's a four-door, another base model. No STs in here. Thank God there's no STs in here, honestly. As you can see, base model has external coil ignition, which is really strange because mine is coil on plug, I'm 90% certain. So it's strange that they would use a different ignition system on this car than my car. Still has the timing belt, so it's definitely the same engine. All this room for a turbo. Yeah, it's kind of weird. I'm not really sure. Actually, there's no mount here. I don't know what's holding this in. Just hopes and dreams, I guess. Anyways, back to what we came here for. Not the broken airbox. Window switches. Well, that panel's missing over there. Doesn't do much good. This door is, of course, missing. What is up with people in Fiesta doors? And, well, never mind. This has crank windows. So the search continues yet again. Who would have known? This is such a hot commodity. I mean, yeah, 2 switches went bad on my car, which is why I'm here. So I'm going to assume other people are running into this problem. Oh, shit, look at this. Oof, look at this. Poor Festiva. You do not see these very often anymore. For those that don't know, this is a Ford Festiva, not a Fiesta. This was the American version of the budget economy hatch Ford made. Europe got the cool Fiestas. We got the Festiva. They were kind of shit cars. Oh, hello, turbo. What are you off of? I'm not easily distracted. I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, this looks like it might be a Ford turbo. Maybe a Volkswagen turbo, judging by that blow-off valve adapter. I don't know what it's doing here in pieces, though. Still spins. Anyways, back to the Festiva. They could be cool. These could be cool cars, though. I remember Sport Compact Car Magazine did one where they swapped in a BP Mazda motor. Because this is all Mazda underneath here. It's barely a Ford. This is Ford Mazda stuff. But yeah, you could swap in a Miata engine in this, turbocharge it. Anyways, you can make some good power, and this thing weighs like 2 pounds, so you could make these things pretty fast, actually, if you really wanted to. I'd like to have one of these someday, just because. Anyways, back to searching for window switches, I suppose. Alright, no more Fiestas, but here is a 16 Escape with the doors open. People, don't leave the doors open in the junkyard. Close doors. Be nice. Otherwise, yeah, look, this thing gets all nasty on the inside. But there it is. There's our window switch. Do we have 2? Can we give me 2? Yes. All right, we got 2. I'm going to pull these things out and get back to you guys in a second. All right, so actually I found the 2 in here, and there was a car next door with one that actually had the correct little shroud on it. This little guy right here, same shroud as mine, so just in case I break it, got an extra. Yeah, I'm not exactly sure what the difference is between the orange ones and the green ones. Might be nothing, honestly, but I know mine take the orange switches, so I'm going to grab a few. Given the fact that 2 of mine are bad, odds are pretty good that these are going to be bad too. So let's go see what else is out there. Alright, so I was wandering through here and I saw this Focus. Now, I don't need this intake pipe. but it is, yeah, that is a proper cold air intake. It does have the correct mass airflow adapter for my car. Unfortunately, I didn't bring any tools with me, and it is bolted in. So I'm not sure I'm going to be able to take it. You know what? I'm just going to leave it. I don't need it. We don't need to be doing anything with this. Just kidding, I lied. Okay, so I just ended up turning this guy, and it was enough pressure to unbolt it. So I figure it must be fate. I need this if I can just unbolt it like that. We got our mass airflow adapter, and I think we might try making a cold air intake for the Fiesta. I know this thing's dirty, but hey, it's a pipe, and they're going to charge me like $2, so why not? Wandering through the Ford area, trying to get to the import stuff, but yeah, these are not Ford keys. That looks like a GM key to me, so somebody left their keys here, which would really suck. So if you've lost your keys recently, 92 Explorer here in Littleton U-Pull. That's where they're at. Here we go. We finally made it to the import side. More of my type of car. I actually found a kind of rare car here. It's an Altima 2.5 with a stick shift. You really do not see too many of these. Like, they were all automatic transmission or horrible CVT. I would totally daily drive this car. I mean, yeah, the 3.5 stick would be better, but the QR is better than people give them credit for. You just gotta take care of them and put headers on them so the catalytic converter doesn't eat the engine alive. Yeah, no, I'd totally drive one of these. And they're getting really cheap too, so who knows, maybe you'll see one of these in the future. So of course, you guys don't know this yet, but I do own an Outback of this generation. And every time I'm in the yard, I just like to take a look at these, see if there's anything useful I can salvage off of them. Not that my Outback really needs anything. No engine, of course. We're going to go into that in a little bit. There's no engines in here. It does have aluminum wheels. Mine has Steelies, and I'm looking to upgrade. But unfortunately, it doesn't have all of them. So I'm not going to go with that right now. Oh, this is interesting. Do not drive. Your vehicle has been immobilized. God, it looks like this thing was just abandoned and just taken to the junkyard. So weird. Oh, okay. Well, we can make some judgments on this person already, huh? Got your Magpul sticker. I'm sure there's more stickers on the back. Oh, of course there's more stickers on the back. Alright, I got some gun stuff. Lots of gun stuff. Armory. It's kind of weird for an Outback. Usually Subarus you see, you know, hippie stickers, not gun stickers. And yeah, can I just draw your attention to the lower part of the screen here? Most useless hitch ever. Oh, what do we have here? This is a straight out of Too Fast, Too Furious 03 Civic with spray foam kind of spewed everywhere. It looks like the can exploded. Okay, not sure what happened there. Oh, it's a base model. Oh, it's a base model. Oh, you poor car. You were abused, weren't you? It does look like somebody put some time into the paint on this, though. Like, it's not the worst paint job. It looks like somebody took every single part available off this thing. Oh, hello, engine. What are you doing here? Which car do you go to? Which one of these Civics does this engine go to? Classic D17. Honestly, I like these engines. A lot of people don't like these D17s because they were kind of economy motors, but it is the last generation of D-Series, as far as I'm aware. I want to build one someday. Trust me, it could be good. Anything else cool in here? Not really. Somebody stripped this thing good. It's like, there's just literally nothing left of this car. It's going to be gone soon. Oh, and what do we have here? Is this a Subaru? And does it have an engine? Nope. Of course it doesn't. Okay. Now hear me out. Mazda Protege 5s are cool. I know they're just... I don't know why I like these things so much. They're just a nice looking wagon. Protege 5. And they always had a bit of like a sportiness to them. Like they had the spoiler, the 5 was in red, they had like nice big wheels, disc brakes all around. It wasn't like a sports compact. It was definitely just a daily, especially with those automatic. You know, nothing special, nothing too sporty suspension-wise, but they did, yeah, just a couple weird sporty things. I think if we make our way to the engine bay, you get this nice bright red strut tower bar, and that is factory. They all come with that. I don't know why. They also come with this terrible 4-cylinder engine that sucks, and they're supposed to come with fog lights, but yeah, it's kind of missing part of its bumper. I really like these cars. I want to V6 swap one of these, one of the KL series engines. Call me crazy, but I think that would wake this car up and make it really cool. Now here's a great example of how you can use the Junkyard to help fund a budget build. If you come under here, it's got newer KYB struts with TN lowering springs. I mean, you don't want these drums, but somebody painted them. But it does have this, you know, aftermarket exhaust. Doesn't look like anything too fancy, but it's an aftermarket exhaust. And yeah, it's got all 4 corners. KYBs, TN springs. The fronts, somebody graciously just left laying on the... Oh, see? Drilled and slotted rotors. But yeah, the fronts, somebody just graciously left sitting out here. Yeah, somebody kind of scavenged this engine already. Which is a shame. This would be a nice engine to swap into something. But yeah, so you can get the coilover, or not coilovers, but the lowering springs, some struts, drilled and slotted rotors, an exhaust, and it would run you way cheaper than buying that stuff new, because Junkyard doesn't care if it's aftermarket or not. So if you're building things on a budget, you know, there's a lot of usable parts, like aftermarket parts, sitting in junkyards. They don't care about aftermarket parts, so come take them. Nothing much use in here, though. Except, is that a piece of candy? Some cars, they get so stripped down that it's like, it's hard to tell what it is. Actually, is this a juke? I think this is a juke. It's a juke. Call me crazy, but I always wanted to put this engine in my Versa when I had it. I know a lot of people would call me crazy, but if I haven't given enough crazy ideas yet, then I don't know. I don't know. Oh, look, more food. Anybody want some pickles? Alright, here we go. Into Subaru land. Look, no engine in a Subaru. Subaru, no engine. It's ridiculous. None of these things have engines. I mean, this is Colorado, so Subarus are very popular, and Subarus tend to go through engines. Well, people tend to go through Subaru engines. And look, a Subaru, no engine, or trans. So these things are hot commodities. If you guys live somewhere, Subaru, no engine. If you guys live somewhere where there's Subarus with engines, seriously, snag them up, put them on eBay. You can sell them for a shit ton. That's what we got here. Another Subaru with... Oh, yeah, it's got an engine. Yeah, these older ones, I think they're a little stouter. The EJ253 is the one that everybody goes for. That's the more modern one and has oiling issues sometimes, and people blow up all the time. I want an old Nissan pickup. See, I can just daydream throughout this place forever. All these cool cars, like this Celica. I would have taken this. This would have been great. No, look at this. I think this is an MR2 engine. The lettering on the valve cover is backwards. I don't know. Maybe somebody's a Toyota expert can comment on that. That may be just like that. I guess I haven't worked on many old Celicas, but I'm pretty sure that's not supposed to be backwards. I think that's from an MR2. Look at all that room for turbos. Man, I really like these cars. Oh, and if you look kind of down here, I don't know if I can get the GoPro in, if I can move this. No. These starters, never replace these starters, guys. I'll show you in a future video how to rebuild those starters for cheap and easy. The only part that goes bad is a super easy fix. I'll show you guys how to fix that. Got an eclipse here, although, what happened? What is this? Oh, I don't know what that is. It looks pretty much all stock. I think this was a... I don't even think this was a non-turbo. I think this was a 420A car. For those that don't know... Let me in. Let me in. Okay, fine. Don't let me in. For those that don't know, 2Gs came turbocharged and non-turbocharged, and then they had a super base model that had an engine called a 420A out of a Dodge Neon. And they were garbage. They were terrible. Close this door. I've made a mistake. Sorry, anybody that needed anything out of that car. Oops. Nobody wants anything from this car. Oh my god. That thing needs to go to the shredder for sure. Keep going down here. Old Ultima Bluebird and... Ooh. Yes, GS300. These things are kind of popping up in junkyards a lot lately. Jesus. No interior, huh? Somebody must have done an interior swap. Like, it's the only thing I can think of. Hey, look at that. Little subwoofer in the back panel. I guess I could have just done this way because there's no glass. But the reason that's kind of cool these keep popping up in junkyards is because nobody needs engines for these. They don't blow up very often. And of course, this is a 2J. So, this is a cheap source of 2Js, guys. Pick and pulls. You can get this engine for like $300 and you got a 2J in your garage. Yeah, it's a non-turbo, but whatever. Now, this is dope. Not everybody's going to agree with me. This is the Colorado in me coming out. But a 94 Loyale, look at that. It still has a spare tire sitting on top of the engine. Yeah, that's how old Subarus used to be, by the way. This thing is actually in really quite good shape. I don't know why it's in here. I'm sure it's like torn apart in the back. Look at that, even got new axles in it. Like somebody was actually taking care of this thing. Oh, I'm sad that this is here. Somebody was going to take that fender. Interior is in really good shape. Got the missile launcher 4-wheel drive button. I mean, come on, how cool is that? Got the old school wide bolt pattern wheels. Somebody snag them taillights. Oh, journey onward. Well, this thing's journeys are a little bit over, unfortunately. Look at this, that's not smashed up at all. Why is this here? It looks complete. Oh, you kidding me? I bet you this totaled it out. I bet you that totaled this thing out because it's so old. They don't want to fucking put the money into it. And somebody actually let it go. The engine in this thing better be blown or something, or else I'd be pissed. I want that car. I don't know if I can buy cars wholesale from here. That is a very good question. Good hood prop. Because there's been some cars here. There was a Daihatsu here one time. Ooh. Or this. A Mazda Millennia. And let's go around back. Is it the one I would want? Yes, it is a Mazda Millennia S. Somebody took the S badge. So, the reason the S is really cool, and I will have to go into more depth into this in probably a Circuit 94 article. So, well, somebody took the supercharger off the top, but this is a Miller cycle engine. It uses a supercharger. You can see one of the intercoolers right there. And it's basically still a 4-stroke engine. They call it a Miller cycle. It does some weird stuff with the valve timing pretty much. It's pretty cool though. It's like a 2.5, made like 270 horsepower. Maybe not that much. Anyways, yeah. Future article on Circuit 94. Keep subscribed here. I'll let you know when I post it. Woof, that's rough. Holy shit. Some of these cars are torn up. Oh, hey, look, Subaru, no engine. Alright, last thing before we leave. Old Saab 900 Turbo. Now, I'm not a big Saab fan, but this has always intrigued me. These engines are in backwards. There is your belt drive on the back of the engine. There's your AC compressor. And your drive comes out the front of the car to this transmission, which wraps around underneath to your drive axles. Now, it is a weird way to do a front-wheel drive car, But I always thought if you're going to build like a little mid-engine like tube frame car or kit car, that would be a pretty dang good fit. You know, you got the drive belt would be super serviceable. It put your axles where you want them to. I don't know, I'm just saying. Alright, you know what? I gotta get out of here. We got what we came for. We got our parts. I could wander around here for days, talking about cars, looking at cool stuff. If you liked this little tour of the junkyard, coming to get stuff, like and subscribe to the channel, and we'll do some more. If you didn't like it, well, I'm probably going to make more of these anyways, because I like doing this. Thanks for watching, guys. Peace out.